Good morning, it's the 9th of April. Like the rest of the world, we're still on lockdown, and in the news they're talking of another 3 weeks at least of lockdown here in the UK. So, well, I thought I'd pass the time again today by reading a few of my poems. I decided to choose a few today rather than do random, just in case I picked one or two of the same ones. So this one is called I've Always Been a Beer Drinker. And one of the things that's happened in the last few years in the UK is the growth of the number of gins you can buy. And like Gin Palace is opening up where you can go and get one of 100, maybe more than 100 different types of gin. So this is my predicament when I'm wanting to order a drink in a bar. I've always been a beer drinker, didn't care too much for spirits, but when it did, it had to be a simple glass of G&T. The other day I was in a bar, thinking of what to drink, fancied something different, but here was my predicament. When I said I think I'll have a G&T, they looked at me confused. We have 50 sorts of gin for you. Here, take a look at the drinks menu. There was so much to choose from, a brand from every town and city. And what is the fuss about tonic, botanical? The choice in the past was full fat or low-cal. So many combinations to choose from, plus the dilemma of what fruit to add. Standing there, scratching my head, I decided to have a beer instead. Thank you. So that's the first one. The second one I'm going to do today is, when I find it, is this. I used to work in a big corporate environment, and we used to spend hours and hours in meetings, some of which were just a total waste of time. And often the best ideas came from the quiet ones. And this one's called The Quiet Ones. I've wasted many a long hour, sat patiently in a room, waiting for my turn to speak, waiting for the right moment, avoiding signs of mischievous intent, trying to find the right interjection, a moment of insights or reflection, sometimes feeling isolated, never feeling liberated. There's always people with so much to say of this and that and nothing in particular. They love the sound of their own voice. To be the only one would be their choice. They speak with growing authority, in tones most stern and loud, hogging the airways of which they're proud. The folk in the corner with ideas aplenty are left alone, left unheard. Their voice is ignored, not a single word. Can't help but think there's better ways of treating the quiet ones in the company meeting. Thank you. So that's my second one. And the final one I'm going to do today is obviously with lockdown, everybody's encouraged not to go on public transport, and certainly not the tube in London, where obviously the virus has been spread significantly. But this one was written back in May 2019, and it's called Mind the Gap. Step back, train approaching, mind the gap. Platform, plank, panic, jostling for position, pushing in without permission. A scrum develops which envelops all but the mighty giants, and those who show defiance with armoured elbows. Keep clear of the gap, the announcer bellows. This does nothing to calm down the bustling. Every man, woman and child fighting for the space they denied, second-guessing where the doors will open. A shimmy to the right, another push, no word is spoken. A foreigner tries to be polite, he's ignored as a train rushes in. Turbulence takes away the breath, a step too far and certain death. Squeezing, squealing, a little teasing, stopping the train. Just travellers push and some thrust forward towards the gap they try. The doors finally open whereby the tin of sardines contents spill out onto the platform as the announcer shouts, "Make your way down the train." For some getting on, it is clearly in vain. Push and shove, a melting pot of nationality. For some, this increases their anxiety. Luxury is a space to exhale. No point looking for a seat if you're frail. On setting off, there's no eye contact. Faces squashed against the window, hoping not to brush against the weirdo who's doing his best to engage fellow travellers on this intimate stage with a rant about politics and religion. So close to the next bloke you can feel his circumcision. Station after station, the cast members change. All given the same information. Mind the gap. Carry on down the train. A step on the foot and someone's in pain, wishing they got the cab in the rain. Okay, so that's it for today. Probably be back tomorrow because I'll have nothing else to do. The important thing is look after yourself and keep safe. Thank you.